Okay, Ryland, I want you to learn a combination, and I want you to get so comfortable with it that it's kind of second nature. So no matter what, you have that rhythm that you don't even need to think about. So what I want you to do, I want you to get your hands in front of you like this, and get your elbows in pretty close. And yes, that's how you want to try to keep your elbows in, not let them flail out. That's not how you want to do it. Keep your elbows in and your guard at all times. So and when you do strike, you're guarding while you're striking. So your jab is like this. I'm blocking with my right hand, and you do it as fast as you can. You get really quick with that jab, like that, and then. And then what you're doing is you do a combination and tag onto that jab. So you go jab, jab, boom, and then as I go, you throw the right. Look at this, my left is blocking right here. So I'm coming in with the right, and then what you want to do is add to that. So you'll start with your jab, get your center of gravity pretty low, get your feet kind of shoulder width apart, but you want to stay mobile. So you're moving into where your position is going to be to where you go into the combination. So you position yourself, and then go to your combination. So you're at jab, jab, boom, 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 boom. So you go jab, jab, right, jab, jab, right, left, and then you just add to that. So it's, and you try to keep that combination with as good rhythm and blocking at all times. So whatever punch you're throwing, the other is here, 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 block, 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 block. So that's what you're doing. You get that constant rhythm. That. I love you. Okay, so I realized whenever I was editing this, Ryland, that you can't really tell a lot about the distance that I was punching. It looked like I was just doing like this when I was facing the camera, so I thought I would do it again to the side. But while I'm at it, I wanted to tell you also that there's different types of fighting, and you want to evaluate. You want to think smart first and evaluate what kind of a fight this is. Are you going to see this person ever again? If you're never going to see them again, and you want to just remove yourself from the situation, which first of all, I want to teach you some stuff, Ryland, and I want you to learn these things, and I hope you never have to use them ever, because I don't want you to get in fights. Never. If at all possible, you just exit the situation. But there are sometimes possibly in your life when you have to. And in that situation where you have to, I want you to win. So I want to try to help you to do that. Now, evaluate what kind of a fight it's going to be. If you're going to see this person again, then you need to handle things differently, because you can't sucker punch the guy to just neutralize him to get away from the situation. You're probably going to run into again, and he's going to say, "Hey, you sucker punched me. Let's fight again." So you have to deal with the guy again. So in those situations, you have to handle it more of a schoolyard kind of fight kind of thing. But even then, you still be the first one. So your edge, Ryland, your edge is, and if you're going to get into a fight, if you feel like you're going to get into a fight, your edge is that you're going to be the very first one to swing. You're going to be the one to end it before it ever starts. And by doing that, I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. Now, if it's the person, the guy you're going to see again, you're going to see him again, you know him, then you can still be the first one. So if the person gets in your face to like, and you can tell he's like getting in your face, like it's going to go down, you don't wait and for him to be the first one. That's when you haul off and tee off. Now, when that first tee off, that is going to be, most of the time, you're going to go with a right. So you're right, but what you're going to do is you're going to have your stance, feet wider than shoulder width, so you're going to have your base center of gravity fairly low, so that when you do decide to tee off, you're going from the whole hip and you're throwing everything you can into it, and you're going to land right here. This is the target area. Anywhere from nose down through jaw and here. If you hit somebody really hard right here, you're going to knock them out. And that's what you want. You want to end the fight. So there are some things that you can do now that will give you an edge. So if you're not going to see this person again, all right, you're never going to see this person again. You're just in a situation where you're going to have to fight. You can tell you're going to have to fight because this guy is a problem. He's not leaving you alone. You can't exit the situation. There's someone else involved. The situation is that you have to do this. So what you're going to do is do something. I've got a remote control man as a prop. You do something to get that first initial shot in. Now, what I've done before is have something in your hand and throw it up in the air. Just throw it right up in the air. Try that where you're at now. So just hold your hand up here where you would throw an item, like your phone, like if you had your cell phone here. Like, look, I'm not going to fight you. Here, take my phone. And you throw it up in the air, but throw it right between you. Throw it right up between you. It has to go high enough so that he looks up. So you want to throw pretty darn high. And so when he looks up, I want you to test that. Look up and then move your hand right here. I can't see my hand moving right here until it gets up to right there. So right here. So you have all this zone right here. If that person is looking up like this, then this whole area right here is where you can just get down and bam! You can throw that up in the air, and while it's up in the air, bow! You tee off right there in the target area. Now, in the middle of a sentence is a good thing. Like, look, I'm not going to fight you. Listen, you go your way. I'm going to go my bam, tee off, right there. In some situations, the left first can be good, where you bam do your combination. So the first one really just gets a little bit of a whoa, what was that? And then bam, then you hit them with the hard. The lightning, the thunder that is, rather. Lightning, thunder. So one time, a quick story before I show you the combination. I got into a fight with a guy. He was at a bar. My cousin and I were at this bar, and we were standing there watching this girl dance, and this guy had his back to us. He turns around over his shoulder to me and my cousin, and he said, "Hey, I got $100, says I can kick both of your asses, or either one of your asses." And my cousin pulls out his wallet and says, "I got $300 right now." Says, "I'll kick your ass right now." And so it was just stupid. It was stupid. See, that was no reason for either one of us to fight. That guy had no reason fighting. I was fine with the guy saying, I should have told. I would have said, hey, no problem. You probably can kick her ass. No big deal. There was no reason to fight in that situation. But my cousin didn't want that to happen. So anyway, we drove out to this area, this suburban area under a street light, and the guy gets out of his car. Andy, my cousin, took his shirt off, gets out of the car, goes at the guy, and Andy was pissed. He just worked himself up into an anger, and then he lunges at the guy right when he got to him, and he missed with his first shot. He missed, and it went past his head, and he locked him up and went straight over. And right when he hit the ground, the guy's head was in his arm right here, and right when he hit the ground, bam! He broke his arm. Terrible. So the guy, if they got up, the guy was then, I helped Andy up, and the guy was then, talking really, it's like, I'll kick your ass too. And then at that point I was pissed because of my cousin's arm. And I said, okay. And so he squares off with me. And so I tricked him because I was never going to see this guy again. Either way, this would have been a fair way to do it. So I threw two really slow, like that, really slow jabs to the left, to make him think that I was really slow. And so I remember the look on his face. He was like, he did one of those, I got this guy. And so he comes in, and as soon as he comes in, bow! I hit him as hard as I could right there on the button. And he went straight over. His head bounced off the pavement, and he was out cold. And we went, the whole time, he was unconscious the whole time. Went and got in the car, cranked it up, got my cousin in the car with his arm and everything, and we were heading to the hospital. And before we left, he said, hold on, don't go anywhere yet. So we sat there in the car and waited for this guy to move. The point being is, if you hit somebody with that spot right there, with the thunder, just about any guy is going to go down. Okay, so now that's the gist of it. You can have anything in your hand, throw anything up, some type of a distraction to get that first thing in. So I want you to practice. I want you to get to either through the air, just like stand there in a casual position like you would if you were in that conversation, and then see how fast you can throw your first punch, your first thunder knock him out punch from a relaxed position, and see how, bam! It helps to have your hands out to the side like this, like I'm not gonna, no, bam! But you want to get like, bam, as far down as you can from your waist with that. Okay, so practice that. Now, in the combination, this is what I wanted to tell you as well. In the combination that I showed you in the woods, here it is from the side. So it's more like